Yes. This is week 6, Cowboys versus Lions, and we are here at the Grand Escape in the Colony. I got to my right Jazz Monet from BLS.
And Girls Talk, Boys Talk.
And Girls Talk, Boys Talk. I love to hear that. And to my left, I got the infamous man, Ray from Ray Podcast, man.
What it do, baby?
What it do, man? So we're not having a good time right now. We're having a great time,
yes,
right?
Sir. Yes, sir.
Right.
Hook 'em horns, by the way, just in case y'all need to know what we're doing all day, every day. Hook 'em. Hook 'em
and get 'em. So with that being said, the Cowboys last week, they played against the #1 defense out of the Pittsburgh Steelers. They were 3-1.
Yes.
And the Cowboys were victorious. A lot of people had us out. But guess what? Now we playing against the #2 defense, and they are 3-1. So what do you guys have to take away from last week, spilling over to this week? Let the ladies go first,
Let
Ray.
the ladies go first.
Let the ladies go first.
I mean, if you think about why so many people counted the Cowboys out against the Steelers, a lot of it was just an underestimation of what the run game would be capable of against that defense, and what the defense would be capable of against what they saw as a running quarterback in Justin Fields and everything that he brought to the game with the versatility of his attacks, right? So the Cowboys have already proved that they can perform above and beyond expectations.
Right.
So when it comes to this week, I think a lot of those same things will come into play. There are a few guys on defense who are going to be expected to step up again. And I think they have what it takes. It sounds like they have the right mindset going into this weekend. And then on the offensive side, I'm actually really expecting them to win in a little bit of a different way.
Right.
I think the way the Lions play man coverage is something that Dak and CD can really take advantage of. If Dak can kind of get back to his 2023 performance when it comes to how he did against man coverage. There's been a few things as far as his protection and player availability that have impacted his stats a little bit.
Correct.
I think, but I feel like they're starting to find their groove, and I think Dak and CD are going to have some really awesome connections this weekend.
No doubt. It's a good takeaway right there.
Can I say something real fast, real quick?
Go ahead.
Jazz, you looking hella pretty today. I just want you to know that.
I appreciate that. I'm so tired.
You working it today. You working it. I just want you to know that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
She got the boots on, too.
Boots, okay.
Reminding me of H-Town. What's the song, Knocking the Boots?
Wait
That's
a
what the
minute.
boots remind me of.
Oh, wow.
We're not going there. I'm just saying. It just remind me of that song.
Body rocking, knocking the boots. Yeah.
But no. To build off of what Jazz said,
Yeah.
I agree with everything she said. I compare this game to the game we had last year, the San Francisco 49ers game, where we got smoked. After that game, things started to click for CeeDee Lamb and Dak. I'm hoping this is the game, okay, let's build off of last week. Jalen Tolbert had a great game being wide receiver 2, which I can see him being wide receiver 2 for the rest of the foreseeable future.
Right.
Also, Rico Dowdle. He showed what he could do. They finally like, all right, fuck the rotation. Let's have one guy be our primary back.
Right.
And he excelled in that role.
Yeah.
You know, it wasn't like, outstanding, but, he was solid.
Most certainly.
Running it, catching that touchdown pass in the end zone. But, that's a pass they have been working on in training camp. He got open a lot, catching it out of the backfield a lot during training camp, and we saw that finally. And like I was saying before we started this, the tight end position.
Right.
I like what I see from Devin Spansford. And also, I need my guy, Hunter Lipke. He needs more touches.
More touches, man.
More touches.
Speaking of that, Mike McCarthy did come out and said it. Or Jerry Jones, one of the coaches somebody said they're gonna roll out the same plan that they did last week.
Mike McCarthy said
Mike
that.
McCarthy said that. Okay.
But the thing is, when they did it last week, I don't know, from talking to a few of the players, I'm not convinced that everything went according to plan. It just so happened to work. But yeah, they definitely are leaning more towards like, okay, Rico seems to be able to handle this load. So when you listen to what Jerry Jones is saying, when you listen to what Mike McCarthy is saying, it sounds like they are going to lean into that.
Right.
And I had a chance to talk to Rico Dowdle about how he felt about it, because a lot of people are concerned about his injuries. So I just asked him, I was like, are you concerned about your injuries? And he said he's not. I said, well, what happens if you start getting 20 carries a game and you get hurt? And he was like, people get hurt all the time.
No doubt.
So he seems to be prepared to put it on the line for the team and do what he has to do. He feels like his previous injuries were kind of freak accidents, and so the idea of carrying a heavy load and getting a lot of carries each game doesn't scare him. Now, as far as how the coaches feel about it, that could be a different story, but Rico himself, he sounds ready.
But
no doubt.
To build off of what you just said,
let's pause for a quick second and put a pin on that, because man, this is good content right here. We're gonna bring in on one of the sponsors of this event, and I believe it's Hydrate. And let me know if you can hear us over there.
Student.
I can hear you.
Yeah, okay. All right, so we're gonna have to rearrange the furniture over here. Pardon us the technical difficulties, but if she can squeeze in just a little bit, get you on camera. We would move the camera, but let me tell you,
the wind
had already moved it. So on this beautiful day, Cowboys versus Lions tomorrow. Can you explain to us about the game? No, I'm just playing. Explain to us what you got on your shirt.
Well, let me just start off by saying I'm a Detroit native, born and raised. 28 years.
Thank you for your time today. So let's back to what we're talking.
Yeah. See if we get her right quick. We got to pull that camera back. Keep talking. I'm gonna see if I can. Hold on.
So aside from that, Hydrate IV bar, we do IV therapy, vitamin injections. It's not just great for hangovers. It's good for your immune system, migraines, if you're traveling a lot, if you're, vomiting, all sorts of different reasons. Today we're selling some Dram, which is sparkling water. Some of them do have CBD in it.
Okay.
And Element electrolyte packets that are a lot cleaner than liquid IV, and it doesn't have any of that added sugar.
I feel over the last few years, that's becoming a really big thing.
Yes.
The IVs and, going to get hydrated again.
Yeah.
What was it for y'all realizing, okay, we've got something here, let's build upon this?
So I'm a nurse practitioner. I work in urgent care.
Okay.
And during cold and flu season, there was just such a need for alternative wellness. Antibiotics are not the cure-all all the time for every single thing. And that's when I realized that there is just such a high need for something more. And when I did this research, I was like, yes, this will work. And I've tried it myself. I've done it myself before I went all in, and it works.
Yeah.
How frequently do you think someone should get one of these IV injections?
So injections vary. So vitamin D3 every 2 weeks.
Okay.
IVs in general, once a month or once every 2 weeks.
Okay.
Most certainly. You said vitamin D.
Yes.
That's in Delta. Yeah, I heard that there's across the world a vitamin D deficient. Is that because we are staying indoors more than what we used to back in the days, or going outside, enjoying the beautiful glow of the God's vitamin D to us?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So vitamin D deficiency is also because people don't take calcium with it.
Okay.
Because you need that to help absorb that as well.
Woo!
And we are B12 deficient too, because we just don't get enough of it in our diet.
Wow, I didn't know that calcium, you got to mix both those two things together.
Correct.
You hear that? That's just like this Cowboys offense. You got to mix run game and you got to know how to throw. So everything kind of collide together,
Full circle.
A full circle. I love that information. Can you talk to us a little bit where they can find your info at, your website, your YouTube page, or Instagram, or even if you have a MySpace,
Well, we're not on MySpace, but we're located in the Colony right off of 121 across the highway from Topgolf. We do have a website, hydrateivbar.com, and our Instagram is hydrateivbar the Colony.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. It's a pleasure talking to you. But before you get out of that hot seat, I got to put you on a little bit more pressure. Give me the game-winning score tomorrow, and who's going to win?
Oh, my. We're going to go 24-7 Lions.
Whoa. Whoa! Hey, go ahead. Security! Security!
Why not keep it fun?
Yeah, appreciate you so much.
Thank
It
you
was
so
a
much.
pleasure.
Thank
Come
you.
on with it.
Thank
Thank y'all.
you.
Thank y'all. Appreciate you so much for jumping in. Yeah. Woo! That was a good one.
That was a good one. All
yeah.
right. So let's,
Thank y'all so much for tuning in. Did I turn the right one down? No, I don't think I did. Here we go. Yeah.
So let's,
man.
Am I still here? Okay, I'm
You still there? You still there?
I am.
I think I see
there
some
was
candy
before
in the
Mike.
atmosphere.
Yeah.
I think I do.
There you go. There you go. Well,
Hey,
grab
girl.
the mic. There she goes. She right on time.
Get over here.
Yeah, get
But
over here.
I want to expand upon what
Yeah.
Jazz was saying. We were talking about injuries. This team, we have seen an injury bug hit.
Yeah, we did.
You know, this game we're gonna be out. Eric Hendricks, he's out.
Right.
Of course, we saw Marshawn Nealon get hurt.
Right.
In this game, so man, that defensive line has taken a hit this year. It is taking a massive hit. So
You know what? The craziest thing of it all, make sure that fan get on y'all too. The craziest thing is why we keep getting all of these freak incidents of accidents.
Well, that's the thing that makes them freak incidents. There's really nothing to point to, like, oh, if the Cowboys had done this differently,
Right.
these injuries wouldn't have happened. The injuries happen in football, and it just so happened that the Cowboys have had to deal with several in a row.
Right.
There's really nothing that anybody can point to say why. Every single one of these injuries is slightly different and came from a different circumstance.
Right.
So it's literally